Hello and welcome back to my series where I go through my book, The C Sharp Player's Guide, and solve all the challenges in the book. We are currently doing this Getting Help challenge, which is an expansion on the Fountain of Objects challenge. And this one might be the easiest of them all, just because there isn't a whole lot of logic. There's a little bit that we have to do, but this one should be pretty straightforward. So all this is there's two ways that we're going to have help, and it comes down to like introductory text that it's going to say here's this text, and then it says if you did this challenge, add this. So just for every major feature of the game, we just want to start off with saying here's the deal, and so that shouldn't be too hard, I don't think, to add in. And then, but this is the trickier part that there is a help command. We've already, I mean, even if you haven't done any of the other challenges, we already have the concept in here of commands. Like we already have, no matter what, the base game has move commands and enable fountain commands. So we just need to add another one that displays all the available commands and a short description of what each of them does. And the complete list will depend on the challenges we do. So we'll just have to account for that. So this is mostly just adding a bunch of text. And so like we could come look at our design here. I think we could say, for example, maybe this guy has the responsibility of, I'm going to zoom in a little here, add displays introductory text. We could make a separate class for that, but I don't really feel like it's justified here. Though I will say, maybe I'll move this up a line since I can. Maybe this goes, well, yeah, this text needs to go before the running the game. And then we also, there's that, like it talked about, there's a help command. So let's just do this and say help action. Displays information about available commands. This like one thing that would be kind of nice here is if there was some way to know what commands are available. And that we, so that if we add in a new command that it could just like automatically get included in the help. I don't think I'm going to deal with that complexity right now. There are ways to do that, but I think we'll just keep it simple. So we'll just come up here to this, and I actually do want to, I want to separate out. So this code here does the, do you want to play small, medium, or large game? And this will get the game going. I think what I want to do, I actually want that introductory text to happen after picking the game size. So I want to just go pick that and make the game, and then I want to, here in the middle of this, display introductory text. And we'll just make a separate method for that. Private, just this is a local function. So void display introductory text, and we'll do console dot foreground color equals console color dot magenta, and then just display all the text that we're supposed to have. I'm going to move this off to the other window and just copy and paste stuff in here. Nothing too fancy or crazy. And then if we've got more to go still. Let's see, we got pits, maelstroms, Amaroks, getting armed. I intentionally zoomed in so I don't there. I don't want these lines to run on forever. Just for not that it makes that much of a difference, but in fact, maybe we should just let the console window wrap it. I changed my mind. Did I get them all? Look out for pits. Missing the maelstroms one. All right, there we go. So now if I run this, I should get that introductory text after I pick the game size. And maybe you can see why I was a little concerned about the console window wrapping these. It's not ideal. So I kind of like the idea of saying we're just gonna, like, somewhere in here we're just gonna say that's long enough. Maybe this one. Did it fit? Did that one fit? Yes, it did. Yeah, so if we just say like about here, we're just gonna wrap to the next line ourselves. And then I'm gonna do a hanging indent here. So that each line is like its own thing. Each item stands out more. Something like that, I think, will a little better. So you can kind of see each of the major bullet points, and they got the hanging indent going on. All right, so the other thing we need to do is we need to come in here and add in it's a bit more like this enable fountain action. So I'll put it here. So public class help action. And then here we'll just say, like, we don't need to interact with the game at all. Like, we're not actually going to use that, but that's just the interface that we're implementing. And just say console dot right line. Well, let's do console dot foreground color equals console color dot. We can do magenta again. I don't know. Pick a color. And then here we'll just list like move, north, south, east, west, moves you to the room in the chosen direction. That's enough. Let's run this and see if we type in. Okay. So we made the help command, but we need to get a player input. And if they did help, new help command, help action. Okay. I think that covers this. I don't think there's anything else fancy that we need to do. There's a lot of anyway, but like I said, this one was pretty straightforward. And so let's be done with it. But so this is the last one in the Fountain of Objects challenge. So we're totally done now with Fountain of Objects. We'll move on to other challenges in the future. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we want to cover in that. Nothing comes to my mind. So I think that's good enough. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.